everyone, welcome to my channel and thank you for taking the time to watch this video. So this is another episode in my deck walkthrough series, and I hope you've been enjoying all the other previous videos that I've been doing on the decks, as unusual as they may be. Today I'm going to bring you another unusual deck, which is the Gran Tarot Esoterico. So it's very similar to the rider-waite decks, but it's got slightly different symbology. It's said that this deck is basically based on the Marseille decks that are out there. So I thought I'd bring you this deck because it's something different, and you might relate better to this deck than you do to the rider-waite decks themselves. So it was published by Fournier in 1978. And so it's got quite a long history here in the tarot world. It's a 78 card deck, and it comes in this nice little green box, and quite a nice little sturdy green box with yellow writing on the front, and the picture of the sun in the back over there. So it's gonna last, provided you look after it nicely. So it's gonna last you for a while. So like I said, it is a 78 card deck, and fits quite snugly into the box. 78 cards plus 2 extra cards, and these are sort of for advertisements really, because the decks do get printed out in 80 cards, and this is the 2 extra cards that came with the deck. Now it comes with a nice little booklet, and this is your little white book. So this is at the end there, the little white book, and this is printed in 4 different languages. So it's French, Spanish, Portuguese and English that it gets printed in. And the pages, the English pages, there's not a lot of it, but they're pretty good. They give you a nice little rundown of all the cards. So before you start, the major arcana cards have got the titles in Spanish. And so what they've done is they've taken the major arcana cards and they've put the Spanish titles there and what it is as far as the English translation goes, so you have an idea as to what you're dealing with, so you're not quite in the dark over there. And it's also got a Portuguese translation of what that meaning is. The Fool is El Loco here, and you will see that printed on the card. So it tells you a little bit about the tarot and how it started, and then it starts giving you the meanings of the major arcana. It gives you 2 in upright and reverse as well. And then you've got the minor arcana cards over here, and they follow the normal suits, which is pentacles, cups, wands, and swords. So you've got all of those here, and they give you meanings of each and every card. So they're just basically short meanings. What's it in the normal position and what's it in the reversed position. And then you've got a little diagram of a tarot spread over here, and really a little guide on how to actually do a tarot reading. So that's about it as far as the little white book goes. It's a nice light little book. You can keep it with you, put it in the box, carry it with you. It's very, very easy reading. So it goes back in the box with those 2 extra cards, and I'll show you the cards themselves. So the size of the cards are about 6.5 by about 11.5 centimeters. They're a really nice card stock. They're not too thick but not too thin either. They've got a nice little deep blue background with a gold pentacle on it, or pentagram on it, and they've got astrology signs within the pentagram itself, and there's a red border and a white border, so pretty nice. The face of the card has got the picture of the card, whatever that card is been assigned, whatever picture it's been assigned, and there's a title at the bottom, and it's got a black border. There's also the Hebrew symbol on the card as well, and in some cases you will see the astrological symbol as well. So it's not too shiny, so it's not going to slide all over the place, and it's got a nice feel in the palm as well. So quite a good deck to actually handle. It's going to be easy to shuffle. So I'm going to just take you through the cards pretty quickly and show you exactly what's going on here. So this is the major arcana, and as I said, you've got the title of the card at the bottom. So this is El Loco, which would be the Fool, and then there's that Hebrew symbol, which is Adelphi, which is the beginning of the Hebrew symbols. So it's not very much unlike the rider-waite decks, very similar in structure there, and in pictures they've just redrawn it and it looks a bit different, but it really has got, you know, very similar symbology, and you know, the meaning of the card is pretty much almost the same as the rider-waite decks. So you know, you can see there's a little bit of differences, but not you know, that significant in my opinion. There you go. And the colors of the cards are really in primary colors, so it's just basic yellows, greens, reds. Not the prettiest deck, I might add, but you know, they don't have all these swirling, lovely, beautiful artistry going on, but it's a very, very adequate deck as well. So this is the Magician. This would be the High Priestess. This would be the Empress. And there's the astrology symbol over there, and that is the Hebrew symbol there. This is the Emperor. This is the Pope or the Hierophant. You've got the Lovers. This is the Chariot. Justice, the Hermit. This would be the Wheel of Fortune. This is your Strength card. This is the Justice card. Oh, no, sorry, this would be the Hangman, rather. It was Justice. This would be the Hangman card. This is the Death card. Temperance. The Devil. Okay, this is the Tower. The Star. The Moon. The Sun. And they've got the Roman numerals on the top of the card as well. I don't think I've mentioned that. So this is the Sun. This is Judgment. And this is the World card. So, this is the Minor Arcana. Now, there's been a reversal of the Minor Arcana in the sense that the Swords suit actually represents the water element, and the Cups suits represent the air element. So, there's a bit of a difference in that respect. So this is the Ace of Swords, and you can see there's the crab there. Two of Swords, and they look more like illustrated pips rather than actual, you know, pictures on the cards themselves. It's the Four of Swords, the Five of Swords, Six of Swords, Seven of Swords, Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, and then 10 of Swords. Then this would be the Page of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and the King of Swords. And this is the Wand suit, so the Ace of Wands, the Two of Wands, the Three of Wands, the Four of Wands, the Five of Wands. Now the wand suits do represent the fire sign, so you can see there's the sun and there's a lot of flames in this. So this is the Six of Wands, the Seven of Wands, the Eight of Wands, the Nine of Wands, and the 10 of Wands. Page of Wands, Knight of Wands, Queen of Wands, and the King of Wands. You can see a lot of lions in the suit. So this is the Cup suit, and this represents the air. So this is the Ace of Cups, the Two of Cups, the Three of Cups, Four of Cups, Five of Cups, Six of Cups, Seven of Cups, Eight of Cups, Nine of Cups, and the 10 of Cups. Then you've got the Page of Cups, Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups, and the King of Cups. And then finally the Pentacle suits, which represent the earth. the Ace of Pentacles, and you can see a lot of roots in this, the Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. It's the Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. So, so the minor arcana is mainly about being illustrated pips. Now, for this reason, I think that this may not be the deck for people that are just starting out on the tarot, because you can get confused with these illustrated pips. They are very, very similar in stature. They might look a lot like each other, you know, and you can get confused with what they mean. I mean, you know, the 9, I did see one that was really very, very similar. You know, because the 7 looks very, very similar to the 9, and you can end up, you know, getting confused about the whole thing. So I recommend that, you know, if you're somebody that, you know, knows a bit about the tarot, or you understand it a lot more, you know, you have more experience with the tarot, then this is the deck that you can try out or you can use. But it is very similar. Some of the pips are very, very similar to each other, so you can end up getting confused. You can't really read off the energies by looking at the pictures of the cards. I don't think so. You know, you have got to have that very, very strong intuitive sense, and you've got to be able to pick up on small symbologies, you know, minute details really. So not a deck for a starter, but somebody who's got an intermediate experience, a nice deck to actually use, something different. You know, it gives you a little bit of a different flavor, a different experience when using the deck. But like I said, it's not the most beautiful deck in the world. There are better decks out there, but it is a deck, you know, worth giving a shot if you're interested in something different. It's unusual. It's an, you know, very, very, it's somewhat of an old deck. So, you know, and it's got all this Hebrew symbology. It's working with Kabbalah, and it's working with astrology. So if you're somebody that's learning the tarot, going down that path, then this is a deck that, you know, you should own. It's really pretty much becoming a collector's item now, and something, you know, people will be using. So it's really good in that sense. And since it does use you know, Kabbalah and astrology, it's more in keeping with the Thoth decks than it is with the rider-waite decks, in my opinion. So I think that, you know, if you're very, very well versed in those decks, this will be an easy deck for you to use. So, you know, if you're very interested, I hope you do try this deck. I will put in links to Amazon and eBay in the description box, so you can go view the decks or even think about buying the decks. It's a very simple deck. There's nothing complicated about it, and it's got some really good symbology on it. So, you know, you can feel the energies of it, of the deck itself. So, you know, you should try giving this deck a whirl, really. And you know, if you are a person who collects decks, this is a nice deck to have in your collection as well. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. So take care now. Goodbye.